Hi friends, welcome back to yet another video. This is going to be another journaling video, and I'm going to flip through my 2022 hobonichi weeks. So this is how thick it got, and to give you a comparison, this is my new one that I've been in for about a month, and it got a lot chunkier than I'd prefer, so I'm actually going lighter on the stickers and stuff in my new weeks, just because towards the end of the year, I did not enjoy using this anymore. But these tabs, if you're wondering where they're from, are actually from my own shop. You can still get them. There's a bunch of illustrated ones and obviously the months and some other tabs like notes is what I have. But yeah, so let's do a little flip through. So I didn't really decorate this 2022 journal much. I tried to do better in 2023, but this is just a sticker from Cheyenne Barton and then one of my own. I never really used this monthly spread, and I put some birthdays but barely used this spread. It's just so tiny. And then for the monthly calendars, I also didn't really use them. Sometimes I decorated them for fun, but I don't really flip back to these. I decorated them at the end of the year, again, for no real functional purpose, just because it was fun. And then November and December I was using a fountain pen every day, and I was writing like a little memory from each day. So I actually like that, and I continue that into 2023. So I didn't miss too many spreads, but I didn't really start until January, so I really had no idea what I was doing at the beginning of this. I was basically just writing about my day and then drawing or using stickers or memos, photos. I don't know, there wasn't really much functionality to it except for this little task list here. Sometimes I wouldn't decorate, or sometimes I'd decorate and not write. But for the most part, I was pretty good about using this, and I got better as time went on. Sometimes I'll keep little sometimes I'll keep little receipts or tickets. So this is when I saw Spider-Man. Didn't really decorate this one. This is one of my favorites. Yeah, I was just using it very much for memory keeping. Sometimes I would do little trackers, but nothing that really was working super well for me. I would test my own stickers and stuff, or keep little order notes in here sometimes, which is probably why it got so chunky, because I had stuff like that in here. So going to try to not do that this year. But it was kind of fun to try out different styles with all the stationery that I have. You can see towards the end of this, it starts to get a lot more cohesive because I figured out what kind of style I like, I guess. But it's pretty fun to just lay down random stickers that I like that may not exactly match what I usually do. Yeah, I started also tracking what I eat, more so just so that I can add more balance and see what we've been eating lately. Because that was kind of a big goal of mine last year, is to eat more balanced meals. Not necessarily take anything out of my diet, but just add more veggies and fruit, because I'm quite bad with that. And produce is expensive, but I tried to make an effort. This is when I came out with my new washi tapes and my potion stickers. I love this moth sticker at the bottom. It's one of my favorites. I think, yeah, the potions and the cat sticker sheet are still in my shop. Same with these tapes. And I was doing the meal tracking for a while until I just kind of didn't find a use for it anymore, I guess. I ended up doing this where I was writing or I was drawing in the little columns here, or rows, and at that point I was still writing my meals again, and I would just put a sticker for each day. I don't know, it was very organized, but I liked it at the time, but I wouldn't do that now. More memory keeping. I pretty much put a memo page a memo sheet on each spread that I did, which definitely contributes to how chunky this thing is. This is one of my favorite spreads, actually. This is when I started figuring out what I want to do, actually, this spread. So it took me until September to figure out kind of what I wanted to do, but I had just had this little film thing as a memory because this is my first roll of film that I completed. And I also got my first fountain pen, so that was an exciting day, apparently. But I ended up keeping the memory keeping on the left like the rest, but then I was doing daily tasks in this little box on the right page, and then I would just do whatever I needed here for lists, so much more functional than the rest of this year has been. I just had running tasks that I could like allocate to each day. I would just write this at the beginning of the week, and then also I had a lot of mail coming in at this point, so this incoming mail thing was helpful that week. But yeah, I kind of kept up with that. I also ended up splitting this into thirds, so this first third was the to-do list, and then this was memory keeping. Sorry if you can hear Gus meowing. I'm not sure if it's picking it up, but... And then I just, again, have those functional things on the side, and I was writing what I posted on Instagram that week, but didn't keep up with that. Ended up doing, like, trackers this week. I wanted to track groceries. I also started in this spread making a little note of things that I need to do next week. This was actually really helpful. But yeah, just gluing so much like thick stuff in. I'm not surprised that it's so chunky at the end of the year. I really love this spread. I was doing habit tracker, running tasks again next week, and then I was also tracking my spending. I love this spread, it's so autumnal. Yeah, I think I did this actually for almost the rest of the year. I was doing tasks in this 1/3, but I was realizing that I barely had enough room, so all of these spreads that you're seeing are just like packed full, because I still wanted to do the journaling aspect of the memory keeping, but I couldn't fit many tasks, and I definitely couldn't like write any sort of note to do with that task, which is why I ended up getting an A6 and a Weeks for 2023. If you haven't seen that setup, that was my previous video, my last video that I posted, if you want to see what changed from this system, because I kind of kept this, but I added the A6. So I could actually split this functional and journaling into separate books, because you can see it got so crowded, but I still really love these spreads. My Halloween spread, this was so much fun to make. I never used purples, so that was fun. This is also one of my favorites. This is when I started actually using stationery that I was like hoarding or holding on to, like this sticker. I was never gonna use this. I was just holding on to it because it's so cute and I didn't want to use it. So that is one of my main goals for 2023, to actually use stationery that I love. And I kind of started that last year. Same with this sticker. One of my favorites, did not want to use it. And you can see I started using fountain pens a lot at this point. So all of this, I think this is J. Urbain Ombre de Bermani? Ombre, I don't know how to pronounce it. I should because I'm Canadian, but no. Same with this sticker, was hoarding it for so long. Yeah, I was basically just experimenting with where I want to put all of my functional things. I knew what I wanted to track and what I wanted to write, but I didn't know where to place it. So I was trying this, but this little column here that you can't, it's kind of invisible, but there's a column here, but it's only 6 squares wide. I wish it was 7 because then I could do like trackers Monday to Sunday. But I was trying that for a bit, but it bothered me. So I switched the Monday to Sunday past the column. And I think that's pretty much what I did for the rest of the year. And this is starting to look more like my current hobonichi weeks. I didn't do much functionality in December because it was like a break for me for the most part. But yeah, I was putting these little printable countdown stickers that I made. And yeah, mostly just memory keeping again. But I was really liking the system that I had found. as for the rest of these note pages, honestly, there's not much in here. It's kind of just swatches and random notes and like stickers from mail. I had a little swatch page, which I also carried on. A little bit of random journaling and doodling, but I had no real function for my notes pages. They were kind of just, I would use it whenever I wanted, and I would pick a random page. It's not very satisfying. But yeah, I tested stamps and everything. This was just my test spread for my 2023 adulting, or like when did I last tracker. I just wanted to test it out in this one before I committed. And I would also use these pages to test all my new products so that I could use these in product photos. So, oops. These are all just my latest sticker sheets basically. So cute. It's so satisfying to see them all laid out though. I like it. And yeah, more random swatching mostly. Stamps. I ended up putting some like packaging from swaps and orders. It gets pretty chunky. And then, yeah, I don't think I did anything with the rest. I don't really use these back pages in 2022, which I wanted to change for this year. So I've been using those, but that's pretty much it. There's not much in the back, but yeah, that was my 2022 weeks. If you have any questions about my system, or you want to know about my 2023 system, that's in a different video, but I would love to answer any questions that you have about this big chunky weeks if you have any. But yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like these, because I'm really into making journaling videos right now. So I guarantee that you will see a lot more from my Hobonichi weeks and Hobonichi A6, which is actually right here. These are my 2023 journals. So I'll be making more videos with these soon. So stay around if you'd like to see that. Yeah. Bye, friends.